Kentucky. And Jacksonville State will start out first on offense. Slow start on Thursday night, their last time up. There you see the starters: Finch, Adams, Henry, Powell, and Huffman. Henry has it knocked away from him. Huffman underneath. Goes up for the first points of the game for Jacksonville State.
Brandon Huffman wasting no time, letting everybody know he's back.
And there you see the starters for Eastern Kentucky: Crookshank, King, Robb, Green, and Morano. Illegal screen, whistle against Eastern Kentucky.
And Chase, you mentioned the poor start last time out for Jacksonville State against Moorhead. And we'll see the moving screen right there as Trey King picks up a quick foul, which is never a good thing when your leading scorer gets his first foul less than a minute into the game. But it was a very rough start, and it was a hole that JSU dug early in that game, and they were never able to get out of it. Tonight, a little bit different start. Brandon Huffman back in action after missing that game last time out, scoring early for JSU.
They really couldn't get anything going down low against Moorhead State, so they I know are glad to have Brandon Huffman back on the court. Shot goes over and out.
Darian Adams missing his first shot of the game, but I have to compliment him on his hairstyle. He got a haircut within the last few days, looking mighty dapper here for this game tonight with Eastern Kentucky.
Wendell Green has it for Eastern Kentucky to King. Jumper off the mark, and here comes Jalen Finch the other way for the Gamecocks. Ball goes out, and it will go off of Jacksonville State.
Finch wanting a foul, no whistle. He lost the ball on the way up, and oftentimes you'll see a defender's hand get in and knock the ball loose. No whistle, and they say Finch was the last to touch the ball.
Crookshank over to Cooper Robb. To Crookshank, three, knocks it down. Eastern Kentucky takes a 1-point lead, 3-2.
And if you're familiar with Eastern Kentucky basketball at all, you know they press you the minute that they step off their bus. And that is just part of the deal when you play the Colonels. You got to be ready to deal with full court pressure the entire game.
Kane Henry hands it to Finch. Across the way to Jay Powell, who will travel.
He will now travel to the bench as Arcane Henry will come out of the game. I thought they were going to get Powell with the early turnover. Seen this a lot this year. Kane Henry getting pulled early in the game. Sometimes just kind of falls out of the rotation. Gamecocks really need what he can bring to the table, especially in conference games like this one here tonight.
Robb knocks down a three. 6-2 lead now for Eastern Kentucky.
EKU had 23s last time out, Chase, in their win over UT Martin. Their last game was 10 days ago. That tied the OVC record for three-pointers in a game, and they've got two already here early in this one.
Crookshank drives it in, dribbles it back out. Another three on the way. Robb knocks it down.
That's just great ball movement.
All 9 points for Eastern Kentucky in the form of three-pointers. Here comes Jalen Finch driving it in. Hitting it down low to Ngumazi, couldn't finish. Fighting for it underneath. Foul against the Gamecocks.
And you know, that was part of the problem in that slow start for Jacksonville State against Moorhead, is Ngumeze missed 3 shots in the paint in the beginning of that game that really could have made a big difference. And here, didn't quite see it in the replay, but we see the foul. But he missed something, 3 shots very similar to that play. So Ngumeze unable to finish and getting the foul to boot. So that good start for Jacksonville State. Chase has kind of been erased with the 3 ball by Eastern Kentucky.
Cruikshank drives in, out back to Rob, who spots up for another 3, knocks it down.
Well, in case Jacksonville State hasn't figured it out, they need to cover number 5. He has been wide open on his last 2 3-pointers. Almost, well, he did come up with a steal there defensively.
And he'll put up another 3, misses this one. And a block shot for Jacksonville State. Eastern Kentucky keeping the ball in the corner this time. Another 3 on the way, misses for Michael Morano. Eastern Kentucky, hot shooting so far.
Came into this game shooting only 24% from behind the arc. So he is off to a great start as Eastern Kentucky, all 4 of their made shots are 3-pointers.
Devontae Blanton takes the inbound for Eastern Kentucky. To Green. To Cruikshank. A long 3 from Green this time off the back of the iron. Rob gets it back though for Eastern Kentucky. Back to Green. To Rob, who will fire up his long 3. Misses it, rebounded by J.J. Platt for Jacksonville State.
You know, Coach Harper putting this 5 on the floor out of the timeout. I tell you, Chase, that's a pretty big, tells you how frustrated he is, because some of these guys don't even get that many minutes on a normal night.
Platt drives in and is fouled. See them go to the free throw line now.
Here we see the play again, and good penetration that time by Platt, the true freshman from Nashville, who part of this early group into the game here for Jacksonville State. Be interesting to see how long Coach Harper leaves this unit on the floor, already down by 10.
Platt misses both free throws. Cruikshank to Green. Back to Cruikshank. Three off the front of the iron. Rebound underneath. The putback is up and good. Fobalagan. Samaj Henderson working across the press for Jacksonville State. Pass inside to Brigham. And Damari King will set it up now for the Gamecocks. Henderson drives in, 3 seconds on the shot clock, and lays it off the glass.
Acrobatic shot by Samaji Henderson for Jacksonville State, the true freshman from Chicago. JSU needed that basket.
Rob fights for the rebound, gets it back. Green misses the shot. Here comes Damari King. To Robe. To Henderson. Henderson trying to go between 2 guys and is fouled.
Yeah, he got the trip there on the move to the basket. And Coach Harper's going to get his starting point guard back into the game. Jalen Finch returning. Gamecocks need to just settle down.
Finch will have it up top for Jacksonville State. Over to King. To Henderson in the corner to Finch, who fires up the 3. And here comes Eastern Kentucky. Hobbs in the corner, 3, good. From Morano. 13:05 to go here in the first.
So good ball movement. Credit the Colonels for sharing the basketball and finding the open shooter. And it's paying off here early.
Darian Adams takes the inbound. They work it across the full court press. Henderson driving, kicks it back out to Finch, over to Robe. Ball goes out, and we'll head back towards Eastern Kentucky.
Robe complaining he thought one of the Eastern Kentucky players touched the ball, but the official just says it's an errant pass and another turnover for Jacksonville State.
Blanton to Morano once again, knocking down a three.
Moreno now with back-to-back threes. 6 threes here in this first half already for Eastern Kentucky.
Henderson finds Purdue on the move, who's fouled.
When you look at Eastern Kentucky as a team, Chase, they came in shooting 33.3% from three, so that's good. That's not great, but they are shooting it great here early in this one as we see the foul there, Purdue going to the basket. So team is this hot from behind the arc. All you can really do is just rotate that defense and challenge the shot as much as you can and hope they cool off at some point and you heat up a little bit. Of course, the Gamecocks have already missed a few free throws here early in the game, so a rough start. Looked like a good start when Brandon Huffman got things going with that little hook shot in the lane, but then things have gone south since then.
Purdue hit the second free throw. 20-5 game now. Hobbs in the corner to Blanton. Back out to Hobbs. Hobbs driving in, kicks it in the corner. Three on the way from Blanton. Hits the rim, and here comes Jalen Finch for Jacksonville State. Finch to Henderson, down to Huffman. Hits nothing, and Eastern Kentucky gets it back. Trey King in the corner misses the shot. Purdue hits Finch underneath. Hobbs intercepts the pass. There'll be a foul on the way up. They'll get Darian Adams with a foul.
Just trying to send a message to his starters that this is just unacceptable the way they started the game. He quickly kind of started getting some of the regulars back in the lineup. And right now, Huffman and Darian Adams and Jalen Finch, who started the game, are in there.
Huffman bats it away. And Henderson has his shot blocked on the other end.
Boy, Trey King, nice hustle getting down. And looked like Henderson had a clear path to lay that one in. But Trey King with a great defensive play.
So the Gamecocks will have it side out. Finch takes the inbound. Darian Adams is trying to get to the basket. He'll back out into Purdue. Purdue underneath with a 2-point bucket.
Nice touch there by Jawan Purdue. That's not an easy shot. Squared up facing the basket from inside the free throw line. Got to have a nice touch, and Purdue did that time.
Rob underneath goes up. He's got 3 3-pointers. Add a 2-point basket to that too.
He had a nice touch as well. A little turnaround jumper in the lane.
Henderson looks to Purdue underneath. Kicks it back out. They work it around. The drive, the layup, no good. Rebound and the putback. No good for Jacksonville State.
Another shot in the lane. The Gamecocks have to make those.
Green trying to get it out of King, bounces off his fingers and goes out of bounds.
Boy, Trey King, one of the top players in the country. We mentioned in our open that he has been named to the watch list for the award given annually to the top player in mid-major college basketball. Second in the OVC in scoring. He is just an outstanding player, and he's only a junior. Matter of fact, this Eastern Kentucky starting lineup doesn't have a senior in it. They start all underclassmen, so if they all return, Coach Hamilton's got a good group coming back next year for sure.
Ngumezi puts up the three, misses it. That'll be a foul. And we'll get Richard Cruikshank with that foul for Eastern Kentucky. Jalen Finch will inbound.
Coach Harper's basically worked his rotation back to his starting five, is back in the game now. Let's see if they can get something going here.
Darian Adams goes up, misses the shot. Ball goes out. It will stay with Jacksonville State.
Darian Adams, a rough start. Gamecocks leading scorer has yet to score from the field here in the first half. They need to get him going, obviously.
Finch once again to inbound. Into Adams. Ngumezi to Henry on the move, who slams it.
Maybe that'll get Kane Henry going. He really hasn't had a Kane Henry type game in a while. That was a strong, aggressive finish in the lane.
Underneath to King. King goes up, misses it. Jay Powell. They say it goes out, off of Eastern Kentucky. Jay Powell to inbound. Into Finch. Finch and Adams working across the full court press. Finch drives in, takes it to the hole for two.
Nice finish by Jalen Finch. Gamecocks on a little bit of a run here.
Three-pointer on the way, off the mark for Trey King. Finch to Adams, three-pointer on the way, good for Darian Adams. Jacksonville State fighting their way back in this one.
Adams did not hesitate at all. Got that shot from way behind the arc.
Ngumezi going for the loose ball there, goes out. Eastern Kentucky will have it underneath their basket.
So I think this Gamecock starting five, I think they got the message from their coach is they put together a little run here. Gamecocks have cut this to an 8-point lead for Eastern Kentucky.
Three-pointer good. 25-14.
Right back to a double-digit lead. Wendell Green, the true freshman from Detroit. He's been named the OVC Freshman of the Week 3 times this year, including last week. That was a big three. Kind of settle the Colonels down after the Gamecocks run. But here comes Kane Henry right back. And I mentioned Kane Henry. Maybe that dunk would get him going. That's a very good sign, seeing Kane Henry step out and knock down the three-pointer.
Back to an 8-point game. Green steps back for the three, misses it. Jay Powell gets the rebound for Jacksonville State.
And when you are able to rebound the missed shot, Eastern Kentucky can't set up their full court press. And you get shots like this on the other end with your point guard, Jalen Finch.
6-point game. Eastern Kentucky still hanging on. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Cruikshank to Morano to Robb. Robb trying to drive in. Robb drives this time, puts one up for 2 points.
What a good start for Rob. You mentioned the three-pointers to start the game. He had 3 out of 4, but he's had a couple of 2s as well. He's off to a really good start here tonight with 13 points.
Darian Adams drives in, but Jay Powell's there for the putback. Green to Crookshank. To Morano, the 3 off the back of the iron. Kane Henry gets the rebound to Jalen Finch.
And I know Coach Harper's thinking, hey, starting 5, if you'd have started the game like you're playing right now, we wouldn't have been in the hole we were in. But I tell you what, the Gamecocks have dug their way out of
2-1 to go here in half number 1. Out of the Eastern Kentucky called timeout. Wendell Green Jr. will bring it up. Green trying to take it to the hoop, kicks it to Rob in the corner. Shot fake, he goes up for 2.
Rob, an amazing start. 15 points now here in the first half for Rob on 6 of 8 shooting.
Jay Powell underneath misses the shot, but Ngamazi is there for the putback. Keeps it at a 3-point game.
Gamecocks have made 8 of their last 10 shots from the field, which is why they've come back in this game. They've also hit some big 3-pointers. They're 3 of 5 from 3.
Inside to Bloggin. Puts it up and in. Finch to Powell in the corner to Henry. Inside to Powell. Henry spots up for the 3, knocks it down.
Kane Henry having his best game in a while. That's back-to-back 3s for Henry, as he now has 8 points here in the first half. It is a 2-point game. This is as close as JSU has been since they fell behind early.
The long 3, no good for Rob. Rob on the move, misses the shot. And we'll end up with the ball once again. Green back to Rob. Inside, the slam from Bloggin.
What a nice pass that time by Cooper Rob. His game has been good from behind the arc. And now with a big assist.
Here comes Rob up the court for Eastern Kentucky. Jay Powell will get the interception there, and here comes Finch the other way for the Gamecocks. Powell spots up for the 3. Off the back of the iron. Henry underneath for the rebound and the putback.
I'm going to tell you, that was an amazing offensive rebound by Kane Henry. You talk about getting up in the air. That was an impressive rebound for Kane Henry.
Green underneath to Bloggin for 2.
Both teams kind of heating up now, Chase, here late in the first half.
Finch to Henry. To Powell. Powell drives in, lays up, no good. Ngamazi with the rebound to Henry. The 3, good.
This is the Kane Henry that Gamecock fans know and love. 3 for 3 from behind the arc. What a first half for Kane Henry. He's got 13 points. Again, his best game in quite a while for the Gamecocks.
Long 3 this time, rims out for Michael Morano. 2:05 to go in the first half. Powell outside to Henry, to Finch, the 3. Off the back of the iron. Foul underneath.
and really got it going. Primarily Kane Henry, 5 for 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from behind the arc, 15 points in leading this JSU comeback. This 16-point lead has been cut to 1. Jacksonville State had a chance to take the lead, but Chase, they just got their 6th turnover.
Cruikshank to Blayton for 2. Back to a 3-point game. Finch to Purdue. It goes out of bounds.
This is 2 turnovers in a row now for Jacksonville State, and that has been a big problem here in this first half. They had a chance to take their first lead since the first basket of the game when they led 2-0. You had 2 back-to-back turnovers. Now Eastern Kentucky with a chance to kind of expand that lead again.
Green up top.
Gamecocks have kept Trey King in check. He's yet to score. It has been Cooper Robb doing most of the damage here in the first half.
King misses the 3, and here comes Darian Adams. To Finch, inside to Purdue. Trying to get it to Huffman, but another turnover for Jacksonville State.
Just sloppy with the ball here in the last minute for Jacksonville State.
The drive, the miss, Huffman with a rebound. Inside to Purdue. Purdue goes up and lays it up for 2.
Well, he redeemed himself nicely that time. Jawan Purdue kind of threw it away last possession, took it strong baseline, pulling the Gamecocks back to within a point. Eastern Kentucky now with a chance to play for 1 shot.
20 seconds to go in the half. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Green holding it out. Spots up for the 3, knocks it down. 4-point game. Adams, 3 at the buzzer. Hits the back of the iron, and Eastern Kentucky will go to halftime with a 4-point lead.
Shooting going as he has yet to miss, 5 for 5 from the field. And Trey King on the EKU side, their leading scorer at 17.6 points a game. He hasn't scored tonight, so Eastern Kentucky would love to see him get going offensively.
Eastern Kentucky working it around the outside to start the second half, just like they did in the first half. Trey King puts up a shot, his first points of the game.
And that's exactly what they wanted to see, was to get Trey King going offensively, because in the first half it was primarily Cooper Robb, as we showed in the highlights, leading the charge for Eastern Kentucky on the offensive end.
Jalen Finch up top. In the corner to Purdue. Missed the jumper, ball goes out. It's going to stay with the Gamecocks.
Purdue getting the start in the second half in place of Ngumeze. Purdue had 5 points in the first half.
Finch to inbound. Gets it to Adams, to Henry. Back outside to Finch. Inside to Huffman. Brandon Huffman goes up for 2 points.
A very determined Brandon Huffman going up for 2 points. That's how the game started. That's how the second half starts for Jacksonville State.
Inside to King. Shot rims out. Finch trying to get it inside. Eastern Kentucky comes out with it. Green spots up, misses it. Henry with a rebound and over to Darian Adams.
Gamecocks need to do a better job in the second half protecting the basketball. They had 8 turnovers in the first half. They got 9 already in the game. Eastern Kentucky has done a better job protecting the ball. They've only got 4 turnovers here on the road in Jacksonville.
Huffman underneath. Goes up, misses the shot. He's fouled though. We'll go to the free throw line.
Trey King, I believe, is going to be whistled for the foul. If you remember, Trey King got an early foul within the first minute of the game and then didn't get a foul the rest of the first half. gets a quick foul here to start the second half. Brandon Huffman, little out of his range possibly on that hook shot, but did a good job drawing the foul, getting to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first free throw.
You know, JSU missed him in that game against Moorhead as he hits the second. The last time he played was on the road at Austin Peay, where he had those 20 points. 7 dunks in that game for Jacksonville State as Ngumeze checks in for the first time.
Green brings it up for Eastern Kentucky. 2-point lead for the Colonels. Inside to King. Step back jumper, good. Full court press for Eastern Kentucky. Adams gets it across to Finch. To Kane Henry. 3, rims out.
Tough break for Kane.
Green out to Cruikshank for the 3.
Ninth three-pointer for EKU tonight.
Back to a 7-point lead for Eastern Kentucky. Adams to Henry.
Well, Eastern Kentucky's got their leading scorer, Trey King, going now. He's got back-to-back buckets here early in the second half. Darian Adams, they need to get him going for Jacksonville State, and that's exactly what they do on that play.
Wendell Green to Cruikshank, inside to King. King, another step back jumper, misses it this time. Foul underneath against Michael Morano.
Now Moreno was battling down low with Darian Adams. See the replay. Kind of pushes Adams in the back. Picks up the foul.
Jay Powell checked back in for Jacksonville State. Damari King will be inbounding for the Gamecocks. Powell takes the inbound. To Finch. King spots up for the 3, misses it. King gets the rebound for Eastern Kentucky. Hobbs into King. King goes up. They'll say a foul on the floor.
He and Ngumeze banging again as those two are matched up. Gamecocks wanted to travel on King, but you see it here is a lot of contact. Foul against Ngumeze.
King out on the wing this time. Hands it to Rob. Back into King. Jumper off the iron. Powell gets the rebound. Finch in the corner to Powell. To Damari King. To Finch. Finch goes up this time. Picks up a couple of points for the Gamecocks. Back to a 3-point game.
Finch had a good first half for Jacksonville State. He had 7 points. He's got 9 now with that basket. Good poise in the lane with all kind of traffic around him. Nice patience.
Rob's shot hits nothing and goes out. 15-18 to go in the ball game. 3.5. Gamecocks have the basketball. Damari King to inbound. Into Darian Adams. Back to King, and they get it across court to Kane Henry. Henry drives in, lays it up. He's fouled.
I tell you, I really like the aggressive move there by Kane Henry. He attacked the basket. Gamecocks got ahead of the press, and Henry just takes it all the way and goes up strong, drawing the foul against Eastern Kentucky. Jason, looks like that's number 4 against Balagan. He'll have to go out.
He'll go have a seat.
Kane finally missed a shot at free throw attempt. Well, he missed the 3 earlier, so cooling off a little bit is Kane Henry.
It's the second. Hobbs brings it up for the Colonels. To Crookshank, to Robb. Robb spots up for the 3, misses it. He's gotten cold here in the second half. Great start to the game, though.
And the fans letting him hear about it with the chant of air ball. They saw him start the game knocking him down, so the Gamecock fans happy to see the air ball and happy to see him exit the game.
Jay Powell to Kane Henry. Henry drives, and an offensive foul will be called against Kane Henry.
Wow. You talk about attack. I think it was a good call. I kind of like the aggressiveness of Kane Henry. It's that attitude that he displayed on the offensive end in the first half is what got Jacksonville State in this game. If you've been with us, you know the Gamecocks were down 16 points in that first half, but it is a different game now thanks to Kane Henry.
Ngumezi picks up a foul underneath.
You know, they are really relying on Ngumezi to defend Trey King. You know, King hit those first 2 jumpers to start the second half, but since then he's missed 2 in a row from the field. Ngumezi drawing the assignment on him. He comes out now. Brandon Huffman will defend Trey King. King, by the way, just 2 of 10 from the field so far in the game. Gamecocks have done a very good job limiting his production.
King takes the inbound, hands it back to Hobbs. To Blanton. Back to Hobbs for the 3. King jumps up and gets the rebound, but Powell ends up with it for Jacksonville State. Ahead to Kane Henry, who lays it up for 2 and ties it up at 47.
And Kane Henry staying aggressive. That time he was able to finish. 16 points now for Henry.
There's going to be a foul underneath. They're going to get Brandon Huffman. Green will inbound for Eastern Kentucky. Crookshank up top. Over to Green. He steps out. Finch ends up with it. There's a foul. Trey King will pick up the foul for Eastern Kentucky.
That'll be number 3 on King. That was great defense by Jalen Finch. He was all up in the grill there defensively on Wendell Green. Green was going to throw a shot up as the shot clock was winding down, and Finch was able to strip it loose.
Finch to inbound. Into Powell. Cross to Adams. Adams to Huffman underneath. Goes up, banks it in. Jacksonville State takes the lead.
Their first lead since 2-0 when Brandon Huffman started the game with a basket, so it's fitting that Huffman gives them a lead back here. 7 minutes into the second half. It's been a long time between leads for Jacksonville State.
Missed three there for Blanton. Here comes Finch. In the corner, back out. Or inside to Huffman, who goes up, misses the shot. Adams misses the rebound. Here comes Green the other way. Green is fouled.
I tell you, you can feel the intensity picking up in this game. See the defensive effort that time. The foul called against JSU, but Jay Powell really hustling back, doing a nice job of contesting the shot there by Green. Tell you, Chase, we got us a ball game now.
We sure do. Jacksonville State on a 9-0 run here. At the free throw line is Wendell Green Jr., 5'11" freshman from Detroit, Michigan.
Gonna try to break a 5-minute scoring drought for the Colonels.
His free throw rims out. One more up ahead for Green. Knocks it down. Finch and Adams in the backcourt trying to work it across the full court press. Across to Ngumezi, back to Adams. Ngumezi to Adams. Darian Adams drives in and lays it up for two.
You know, they've been doubling Adams every time just about he's touched the ball. They did on the first time he touched it on that possession. They didn't go double him the second time, and Adams took advantage and drove straight to the basket.
Green to Robb. Inside to Blanton. Back out to Green. Long three, rims out. Kane Henry is there for the rebound for Jacksonville State.
Great box out by Kane Henry against Trey King.
Finch with the jumper.
You know, he's got kind of an unorthodox shot, but he's feeling it tonight. A very solid offensive game by Finch.
Robb misses the shot, goes out. It'll stay with Eastern Kentucky. 11:26 to go in the first half. 53 here in the second half on their home floor. Eastern Kentucky with the basketball underneath their own basket. Green to inbound. Into Robb. Robb to King. Turn around, jumper, good.
Oh, that was a tough shot. Good defense by Kane Henry, and Trey King stuck the jumper anyway.
Finch up for Jacksonville State. To Huffman, or Ngumezi rather, back to Finch. Finch spots up for the free throw line for two.
13 points for Finch. Another good move on the offensive end.
The drive, the miss, the rebound and the putback is good for Devontae Blanton.
Now Eastern Kentucky just crashing the boards that time. DeMar King didn't have a chance.
King gets it across, takes it all the way to the hoop. Count the bucket, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Well, King has been quiet tonight. Before that shot, he had only taken 2 shots and had not made any shots from the field, but here he just takes it all the way, and that is on Trey King, which will be number 4. And Trey King will have to go out of the game at the 10:21 mark.
Amari King with 2 points so far here. That's
So now
3 points.
So now for Eastern Kentucky, where do you go for offense? Trey King's out of the game. Rob has cooled off. Somebody's got to step up for the Colonels here, down by 6. This is JSU's largest lead of the game.
Marano to Green. Green drives, kicks it to Rob. The 3, good.
Well, he had cooled off.
Cooper Rob, 15 points so far here in this one. There'll be a foul.
Jalen Finch yelling for his teammates to come to the ball as Eastern Kentucky utilizing that trap a lot here in this game. Gamecocks got to be, they've seen it all game. Gamecocks need to be a little more prepared for that and attack behind that trap.
King into Finch. Finch to King in the corner. To Henry, to Adams. He drives, kicks it back out. 3 up and good for Jalen Finch.
What a game for Finch. He is now 7 for 10 from the floor, 16 points.
3 on the other end. Good for Michael Marano. 3-point lead for Jacksonville State. Adams to King. Misses the shot. Marano with a rebound and a pitch ahead to Blanton. Rob misses the 3 this time. And here comes Jacksonville State. Finch drives, kicks it in the corner. Kane Henry misses the 3. Marano with another 3 and he drains it. Back-to-back 3s for Michael Marano. Ties it up at 61.
In the game, all 3-pointers, which basically ties his career high. He had 4 3-pointers earlier in the season against Upstate. He also had a career high 29. I mentioned at halftime they had only played Moorhead once and lost. They actually beat Moorhead back on December 7th. Marino had 29 points in that game. Marino getting hot here. 12 points here in Jacksonville so far tonight.
Henry to Finch. Finch spots up and drains a 3 with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, that is definitely the toughest shot he has taken tonight. And he still was able to get it to fall.
19 points for Jalen Finch. Green on the other end. Dribbles through the paint, back out. Long 3 for Green. Off the back of the iron. Eastern Kentucky keeps it and picks up 2 points for Devontae Blanton.
Tough break for Kane Henry. Had his hands on the ball, just couldn't control the rebound. And that enabled EKU to get a cheap basket there on the offensive rebound.
Finch holds it out. To Henry in the corner to Powell. Powell's 3 is good.
Good looking stroke that time by Jay Powell. That's his 5th point tonight. He hasn't scored since the first half, so a big 3 there as the teams continue to trade baskets here.
Green up top. Drives in, kicks it out to Morano. The three off the iron. Huffman pulls down the rebound. Finch out front. To Powell. Into Huffman. Huffman turns around, lays it off the glass and in.
Good position by the big fella. He got posted down low, close to the basket. Teammates found him. Huffman with the nice touch off the glass.
Green. Get it inside to Balogun. Misses it. Powell gets the rebound. Finch up top to Adams. Inside to Huffman. Huffman puts it up and in.
I tell you, speed him and fan him. The big fella now with 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting.
That'll be a foul on the floor.
55.8% from the field. They have really picked it up offensively, thanks in large part to Jalen Finch, who's 8 of 11 from the field.
King out to Green. The three tipped, and Darian Adams will bring it up for Jacksonville State and hand it to Jalen Finch.
How about Finch with the block shot that time? This kid putting together a career night.
Cooper Robb gets the steal. And it will stay with Eastern Kentucky. Robb slow to get up underneath the basket.
What an effort by Kane Henry. Finch made one of the rare mistakes he's made tonight, turning it over. Henry going down and blocking the shot without fouling. Tremendous effort by Kane Henry.
Green will inbound for Eastern Kentucky. Into King. Robb drives in this time and lays it up for two.
I tell you, Robb has really had a solid game. We talked a lot about his three-point shooting in the first half, but Chase, he came in only averaging 5 points a game. He's got 20 points.
Moreno gets the steal underneath and is fouled. Jay Powell will pick up the foul for the Gamecocks.
By the way, Jalen Finch now has a new career high. His previous career high was 18 points against UT Martin back on December 30th. He's got 19 here tonight.
Morano misses the first. Second, good. Adams and Finch in the backcourt. Trying to get across the press, they do. Finch in the corner to Adams. Guvezi. Shot blocked by Trey King. Eastern Kentucky takes it back.
Gutsy play there by King to block the shot. Remember, he's got 4 fouls. He's back in the game now to try to finish it for Eastern Kentucky.
Cruikshank back to Green. Green makes a move, back to King. Misses the shot. Powell gets the rebound.
By the way, we mentioned Jalen Finch now with a new career high. We've got to point out that Cooper Robb also has a new career high. His 20 points His previous career high was 19 back on November 30th in a loss against Xavier. For either team, and you look at him, he doesn't even look like he's broken a sweat. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going.
What a night tonight for Jalen Finch. Adams has it up top. Jumper from Adams rims out. They're fighting for it. It's going to stay with Jacksonville State.
Well, that was a tough call for the officials because there were players from both sides contesting the rebound, but I think they got it right.
Finch to inbound. Into Adams. Up top to Kane Henry. Off the back of the iron, and Green gets the rebound. Green in the corner to Morano. To Crookshank. Inside to Trey King. He goes up, lays it up, misses it. Huffman gets the rebound.
Boy, Huffman and Jay Powell both going after King that time. Very good defense inside against Trey King.
Finch drives in, puts one off, misses it. Green gets the rebound. Green quickly up the other way. He'll lay it up and in. Coach A.W. Hamilton calls the timeout for Eastern Kentucky with 1:58 to go.
Well, Eastern Kentucky was able to come back and win the game by 3 in overtime.
Jacksonville State will have it. Finch into Adams. Finch will get it across.
There's that trap.
Minute 36 left. Finch drives in, lays it up, misses it. Huffman has it taken from him. Cooper Robb brings it up now for Eastern Kentucky.
Great strip by time. Huffman would have had an easy look at it. Robb loses it out of bounds.
Gamecocks will get it back. Finch will inbound.
JSU has really cooled off, Chase. They're 0 for 5 on their last 5 field goal attempts. They could really use a basket now to extend that 3-point lead. The way UKU shooting the 3 ball tonight, they're one possession away from tying the game.
King up top, over to Finch. Back out to Kane Henry. Henry to Adams on the move. He goes up, misses the shot. Gamecocks will keep the basketball.
Great tip there by Damari King. He beat the EKU defender to the ball, just tipped it to Jalen Finch, his teammate, saved the possession, got a new shot clock. That was a great play that time by Damari King.
Finch at the free throw line. First time to the free throw line tonight.
He's an 80% free throw shooter, so you got to like your chances, especially with the kind of night he's having.
Misses it.
It's the fewest number of total free throws in a game I've seen in a long time. Only 14 total threes tonight in this game. Or free throws, I should say.
Morano underneath. We'll go to the free throw line.
Up until now, Chase, 10 free throws for Jacksonville State, only 4 for Eastern Kentucky. Now we're about to add to those stats as we see Morano there with the foul as he went back up for the shot.
First free throw is good for Marano. 30 seconds to go in the game. Marano with a chance to make it a 1-point game. Second free throw for Marano. It's good. 1-point game.
Shot clock is off, Chase, so JSU could theoretically run it out. However, EKU is not going to let that happen, of course.
Adams takes the inbound. They've got him trapped in the corner. There'll be a timeout called by Jacksonville State with 25 seconds to go. Into Henry, back to Finch.
You knew once they got it across half court, they would have to foul. And Darian Adams, who hasn't had a typical Darian Adams kind of night, he's only got 7 points on 3 of 11 shooting. He's not a bad guy to have at the free throw line with the game on the line, however.
His first free throws tonight.
71% free throw shooter, but more than that, he's just a cool customer with the game on the line.
Free throw, front end up and good for Darian Adams. 2-point lead for the Gamecocks. Adams hits it. 73-70 lead for Jacksonville State. 13 seconds left. Green to Marano. Long three from Green. Good! 4 seconds left. Tied at 73. Here comes Finch. 2 seconds to Adams. Long three at the buzzer. And we are going to overtime.
And remember, Trey King playing with 4 fouls as we begin the overtime period.
Darian Adams gets it for the Gamecocks to Powell. Back to Adams. Up top to Finch. Corner to Henry, back to Finch. Finch drives this time, puts one up, misses it. Henry with a rebound. The putback, count it.
Tell you, Kane Henry has gotten some big rebounds in this game. It's a biggie here. Goes up and muscles it up and gets the roll, draws the foul. Good start to the overtime period for the Gamecocks.
Kane Henry's free throw is good. 3-point lead now for Jacksonville State. Crookshank up top. To Green. Green driving in. Puts one off the glass and in.
Green, a true freshman, hitting some big baskets down the stretch in this game.
Huffman underneath. Goes up. Misses the shot. Trey King gets the rebound.
Huffman was too far on the baseline, couldn't use glass that time, didn't have the touch to get that one to fall.
Green's jump shot on the way and in. Eastern Kentucky takes a 1-point lead.
Freshman taking over.
Kane Henry drives. An offensive foul whistled against Kane Henry.
Tough call there. Looked like Henry might have avoided the contact, and now they're going to change the call. You know, the officials know Trey King's got 4 fouls as well. Let's take a look at this. That's a tough call. King's foot on the line there. The initial call was charged, then the official came over and they changed the call to a blocking foul. And they're still talking. See it again.
Yeah.
So the question is, did the basket count? They don't have it on the scoreboard. Officials, there you see the JSU bench asking about that.
The officials are going to stop play for a second.
Kane Henry started the overtime with an old-fashioned three-pointer, and we'll see if he's going to get an opportunity for another one.
3:37 to go here in overtime. The officials are going to go to the monitors. Eastern Kentucky with a 1-point lead. Coach Hamilton is expressing his displeasure with the official on that last call.
I don't, if you're going to call this a blocking foul, I don't know how you don't count the basket. So I would be surprised if the blocking foul is called and the basket is waved off. I think that's why the JSU bench is so adamant about counting the basket. And they are going to count it. 1 free throw for Kane Henry. So this should give JSU a 78-77 lead with a free throw.
Henry at the free throw line. Free throw is good. 2-point lead for Jacksonville State. Green drives in. Underneath, misses it. The rebound, the put back, no good, but Belogan will go to the free throw line for 2.
Eastern Kentucky pounding the offensive glass. That was a big rebound for Coach Hamilton's team to get to the free throw line and try to tie this game.
Misses the first.
See again the foul against Henry.
Hits the second 1-point game. Adams and Finch working it across to Henry. Back out to Finch. 3 minutes to go. Finch to Adams. Adams shot. Off the mark. Here comes Green for Eastern Kentucky. He drives in, lays it up, misses it. Huffman gets the rebound.
Green wanted a foul that time as he got the rebound and took it coast to coast. Almost hit another big basket for Eastern Kentucky.
Finch driving in, misses the shot. Huffman underneath for the rebound. Goes right back up, misses it. Belogan gets the rebound. And Green will walk it up this time for Eastern Kentucky. to be a timeout called by Eastern Kentucky.
Timeout to save the possession, but it's also important to note that for the remaining 2 minutes of overtime, Eastern Kentucky does not have any timeouts. They can't stop the clock.
Green to Robb. Robb spots up for the jumper. It rims out. Adams gets the rebound. Adams to Finch. To Adams. Adams kicks it back out to Finch for the three. Misses it. And a foul will be whistled against Jay Powell.
Interesting set that time for Jacksonville State. Darian Adams had the size advantage against Green, elected to throw it cross court to an open Finch. Now you see Green, a little frustration there. Got to be careful slinging those elbows.
Green with a chance to tie it up here at the free throw line with 1:28 to go. Hits the first, tied up at 79. Hits the second, Eastern Kentucky takes the lead. And there'll be an offensive foul whistled against Jacksonville State. And that is the 5th foul against Jay Powell.
Another look at it here. Good call. Powell pushing off with the left hand. His night is done. Powell finishes with 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting.
Moreno to Robb to Green with a three, knocks it down. 4-point lead for Eastern Kentucky.
What a second half for Green. 21 points tonight. 15 of those here in the second half.
Under a minute to go. Finch to Ngumazi. He goes up, misses the shot. Balogun gets the rebound. Green drives, kicks it out to Robb. 36 seconds. Robb up to Crookshank. To Green. Four seconds on the shot clock. Green drives in, puts up a shot, and misses it. The rebound and the putback is good for Balogun. 85-79, 14 seconds left. Adams spots up for the three and knocks it down. 9 seconds left. Eastern Kentucky up by 3. 9 seconds to go. 3-point lead for Eastern Kentucky. The Colonels will have the ball. Into Moreno, back to Green. And they'll foul him with 3 seconds left.
Last guy they wanted to foul, but they couldn't get a foul against any of the other three who touched the ball before it circled back to Green.
Green 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Two shots up ahead. This is the first.
Gamecocks bring in every three-point shooter they've got, and we'll hope that Wendell Green has another miss in him here. Gamecocks do have one timeout.
Second free throw for Green is good. King puts up a three at the buzzer, misses, and Eastern Kentucky gets the win over Jacksonville.